Jesus, I surrender, surrender, surrender to your will, to be your hope revealed.
I grew up begging on the streets of Tbilisi. My mom would beg for money, and she had me beg also. My childhood was very difficult. I had no shoes, no food, and no comfort. Sometimes strangers were mean to me, and if I didn't bring home money, I would be punished. At school, others knew my situation, and I was bullied by kids and treated unkindly by teachers. Sometimes my mom took me to the Salvation Army for assistance. When I was 13, I started going to the after-school programs by myself. It was the music that drew me in at first, but it was the people at the church who cared for me that made me stay. I felt accepted, loved, and respected for the first time in my life. I felt at home in the worship band and loved being part of the community of God's people. As I became more involved, I gave my life to Christ, but my parents weren't supportive of me being part of the church. One day, we argued. I told them that no one could stand in my way of being a Christian, and then my father kicked me out of home. The officers at the Salvation Army helped me. They gave me a room at the court to stay in for a few months, and the people at the court supported me through everything. When I was 18, I prayed to God about becoming a soldier. I felt the calling to commit and heard the words, "I need you to make beautiful things through ministry." However, after becoming a soldier, I had doubts and tough times. I felt I wasn't good enough to wear the uniform, but I was always supported through the good times and bad by my friends and officers. I have since reconciled with my parents, and I don't blame them. I needed to be in the church and choose my own life. Now, I'm a leader of the after-school program, which is a safe place for children to have a meal, learn about God, and play games. The kids love to sing, dance, and play music, and I teach them how to play instruments and encourage them to use their talents to praise God. The core and after-school program changed my life, and I want to share that hope and care with these young people. I have many hopes for my future. I love music and want to be an audio engineer making Christian music for Georgia. I want to share the gospel with young people and share my story to show how God does miracles.
This program shows how the Salvation Army brings hope to young people here in Georgia. Through the ministry of after-school programs, God's hope is being revealed and lives are being transformed. Programs like this are only possible through the generous gift to the Self-Denial Mission Support Fund. This year, I encourage you to give sacrificially to the Self-Denial so God's hope can be revealed around the world. Thank you and God bless you.